Hello and welcome, it's John Pace. Today we're going to have a look at my first sample images from the Lumix GH5, a camera that I'd been deliberating about for probably the better half of a year. The camera was released about a half a year ago, but I was still very happy with my G85. It's a very compact camera, has an extremely nice image, and the Cinelight D on there is wonderful. But friends of mine over at EOS HD finally convinced me to go ahead and purchase the GH5, and I have to say I'm not disappointed at all. Looking at the images, the color may or may not be an improvement over the G85. It's too early for me to tell, but those 422 10-bit files I can tell you are a joy to work with in post, and the dynamic range is unquestionably an advantage of the GH5 over the G85 as well. The only quibble I have with the image is the sharpening. Even though I've turned the in-camera sharpening down to -5 in the camera, the image is still razor sharp. I'm not sure if that's just something I'll get used to with time, or whether I'll need to pick up some diffusion filters like the Tiffin Pro Mist filters, which seem to be very popular. Moving on to what I consider to be the single most underrated feature of the crazy feature-rich GH5 is the playback menu. I need to use my cheat sheet for that because it's too extensive. Here's my little cheat sheet. On page 1 of the playback menu, you've got the wrapper that the recording is in. So in this case, it's an MP4. The picture quality, which we're shooting with Cinema 4K, the metering mode, as well as the photo style, the white balance, and whether in-body image stabilization was activated or not. On page 2, you've got the red, green, blue histogram thingamy. On page 3, you've got the photo style, as well as the graphical representation of the highlight and shadow curves. On page number 4, you've got the white balance with that crazy box with their green, magenta, something or other. I'm not sure what it's called. And on page number 5, believe it or not, it tells you the name of the lens that was used, the focal length, in this case, the Olympus 75mm f1.8. It tells you the 35mm equivalent. So in this case, I was using ETC mode. So we were shooting at 206mm, 35mm equivalent. And that image is nice and tasty and crisp, and the IBIS is working just phenomenally with that telephoto focal length, so very happy with that. So anyway, that's my favorite feature that I discovered, and why don't you tell me in the comment section what your favorite feature is on the Lumix GH5, and if you like this video, hit the like button. And if you'd like to see more videos like this, consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. See you in the next episode.